All right. Now we're doing FreeCodeCamp, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, basic algorithm scripting. Where do I belong? So buckle up because this is another long one that goes on forever for the for loop, and then real short for the, the built-in method style. Anyway, so we're going to return the lowest index at which a value, the second argument, this one here, should be inserted into an array, the first argument, once it's been sorted. So here's the array right here. So this is the number and then the array. The returned value should be a number. So for example, get index to ends 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1.5 is the number, should return 1 because it's greater than 1 but less than 2. So 1.5 is greater than this but less than this, so it will go into this position right here, index 1, all right? So 0, 1. Likewise, get index to ends 23, 5, and then 19 is the number, should return 2 because once the array has been sorted, it will look like this, 3, 5, 20 as the array, and then 19 is less than 20, so it's less than this and greater than this, so it's going to go here at index 0, 1, 2, like it says right somewhere. Oh, like right here. All right, so basically, first things first, this is totally sorted and it's not even a bunch of numbers. So we're gonna have to pick one of these that's actually not sorted, all right? So let's choose this one right here, get index to ends, and let's get index to ends with 5, 3, 20, and 3. And let's just replace this stuff right here with that. And then let's wrap this thing in parentheses, thusly, not like that. This is my 5th time to try to record this. This one's terrible. So we're going to say console.log in front of it so that we can test while we go, all right? So the way we're going to do this first, we're going to do the way to where if y'all switch over to like C++ or anything like that, doing it the old style way, we can do that. So to do that, we're going to go to this bubble sort thing right here. And let's go back. If you just go into Google and type in bubble sort method, come down to the Geeks for Geeks, it'll tell you pretty much the whole thing about it, right? And it's got little pictures and everything about what's exactly going on. But we're going to go down here, the JavaScript example right here. And we're pretty much going to do this right here. I mean, I could copy and paste it, but we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to say for, and then we'll say let I equals 0, while I is less than r.length. We'll say I++, all right? And then for the second loop, we'll say for let j equals 0, while j is less than r.length. But it also needs to be less than 1. So minus 1. What do we mean less than 1? It needs to be less than this one right here. And it also needs to be less than the current I, so that once it's done with this one, it doesn't go back and check all over everything all over again. Once it checks to see if this is greater than this, it doesn't come back to the end again because it knows that this is going to be greater. It's a whole thing. Anyway, you can read up on it on that site. So what we're going to do here, first and foremost, is we got to check if this one is bigger than this one and then switch them up if it is. So we'll say something like this. If r at j is greater than r at j plus 1, what we're going to do is say, first things first. Okay, so this is r at j, right? And so naturally this would be r at j plus 1. But the thing is, if we switch these up, like if we say that this now equals 3, then we're just going to have 2 3s and there's not going to be a 5 to change it. So we're going to have to make a temporary variable to hold this 5 in so that we can change this to the 5. So what we're going to do is say let temp equal r at j, like that. So now it's going to equal the little 5 right here. And then what we're going to do is say r at j now equals r at j plus 1, r at j plus 1. And then we're going to come down here and say r at j plus 1 now equals temp, all right? So this is the 5 This is now turned into a 3. So now this is 3 and this is 3. So now we're going to turn this 3 into the 5, which is going to be this temp right here. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So now let's come down here and let's do a console.log because that's pretty much going to switch everything up. We'll say console.log r like that. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, don't forget the J++. And right here, we'll say J++ right there. And you see we've got 3, 3, 5, 20. So this is now in order. So now we've got to somehow put this, we've got to say this 5 needs to go here. So what we're going to do is do another if statement. We'll say if, what are we going to say? No. First, we're going to do another for loop. So we'll do for, let I equals 0, while I is less than r.length. We'll say I++. So this is a new for loop that's iterating through this sorted array, right? And what we're going to do here is say if, come on. If r at I is greater than, come on now, I'm doing all this no look, or equal to num, all right? So if this, anyway, let's do this first. Let's do this first. Come on now. What we're going to do here is we're going to say return I, all right? So let's say it gets to this one. It says, is this greater than this? No, it's not. Is 5 greater than this? Greater than or equal to this? No, it's not. Is 5 greater than or equal to 5? Yes, it is. So it's going to go 0, 1, 2. It's going to return 2 like that, which is the answer. But run the test, as you see right here, when this number is larger than the last one in the array, it should return the length of the array because it should go 0, 1, 2, and then it should be in 3 right here because the length of it is 1, 2, 3, right? Yes. So what we're going to do here for these cases, if this doesn't work, all we have to do is just say return r.length. Like that. Now let's pull up one of those. We'll get this one right here. Pull this up just so we can see it right here. Drop it off thusly. And you see it goes into 3. 0, 1, 2, and then 3, which would be right here. All right. So now when we run it, it works, right? Awesome. Next video. Nope. See, this is the hard way. This is the very hard way. And the other thing is, once we get into Python and all that stuff, this is a very inefficient way to sort as well, especially for really big databases and stuff like that. But this, like, as far as sorting goes for beginners, this is a great tool to, just to see what's up. That being said, let's comment this out. All right, let's get this out of here. And we're going to do some built-in methods. All right, we're going to do this ES6 style by saying const. And then we'll say get index to ends. And we're going to say this now equals this stuff right here, r and num. So we'll take this, drop that off there, and then we're going to have this arrow like this. All right. So let's come down here so we give ourselves some more room. And then let's think about this, right? What would be a great way to do this? Okay. So first things first, let's add this to this. So would we do something like array.push? No. Because that will just give us the length of the array. So what we can do is, I don't remember if we went over the concat method, but we can concatenate this to this, all right? So let's go back over concat since it's been a while. The concat method of array instances is used to merge 2 or more arrays. And this method does not change the existing arrays, but instead returns a new array, right? So just like on this one, ABC and then .concat def is going to make an array ABC def like that, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to say r.concat, and then we'll put num like this. And you see right here, we've got this array with 15 added to it now, all right? And let's put this out of order just cause, why not? Let's put this out of order. Another comma, that's not it. comma, and 5. How about that? All right, so now this is out of order. So what we got to do now is sort the thing, all right? So believe it or not, there is a sort method, right? And the sort method of array instances sorts the element of an array in place and returns the reference to the same array now sorted. And this second part's also important. The default sort order is ascending, built on converting the elements into strings, then comparing their sequences of UTF-16 code unit values. That being said, for numbers, we're going to convert these to strings and then sort it like that. So that would mean that 1 and 100,000 come before 21 and 30 and before 4 also, because just like if this started with A, B, and C, 2 is before 3, 3 is before 4, and that's just how it goes. So we're going to have to use a compare function inside of this, inside of the argument list, right? And let's go see about this compare function. Guys, I understand this is a pain, but it is what it is, all right? So basically, we're going to do a compare function like this, and we'll say return A and B, but we're going to do it arrow function style, and we'll do A minus B. And the thing about the compare function is if the compare function comes out where it's greater than 0, they're going to switch. So A and B will now be B and A. And then if it's less than 0, A and B will still be A and B like that, right? And A and B is whatever two we're comparing. Okay. Anyway, so that being said, we'll do a dot sort. And now we're going to do a function inside of here. And the function's parameters are going to be, are going to be A comma B, all right? So it's whatever two we're comparing at the moment. And then we're going to do an arrow. And we're going to say A minus B. So that 2 minus 10 is going to give us -8, so it's not going to switch. But when it gets to 10 minus 5, it's going to give us +5, so that is going to switch. And then all the way through, it'll go a few times. I don't know exactly which sort method this one particularly uses, but it does the trick, all right? So now as you can see down here, we've got 2, 5, 10, 15 in order. So now all we got to do is find out where this 15 belongs. And clearly it belongs right here. But what we're going to do is use the index of method, which we also learned. And let's just go over it again. The index of method of array instances returns the first index at which a given element can be found in an array, or -1 if it's not present. Well, we don't have to worry about the -1 because it's clearly going to be in the array the way we did it. So we'll just say dot index of, and then we'll say num like this. And you see right here, it says 3. So it's at 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of this with comments just for a second. And you can see it's at 0, 1, 2, 3. And so let's get rid of the comments again. And it's at 3. So let's run the test. Looks good. And that's that. All right. Now we're on to mutations. And we'll see you next time.